is it your job? Is it your role? That was the question. Is it your role to help others to be empathic, or is it by you being empathic that it sort of shows them that by example, in a sense? Okay. So, okay, thank you. Okay, let's it very clear. Being an empath is a tool that your soul uses in your human body, in your vessel. So being an empath, it helps you to expand out, it helps you to connect to others, it helps you to sense. It's like, okay, thinking, it's one of your senses. It's like as if it's like nose is used for smelling, your ears are used to hearing, your eyes are here to see, and your voice is so that you'll hear. Oh God, that's not a sense, but this is what they're talking about. So in being empathic is a tool that you connect with, that it helps your soul. So you're being empathic, it helps your soul to express and to connect. It's like a bridge to connect to others, okay? So what they're saying is that by being born empathic, we're all born empathic to some degree. Oh, thank you. They sort of said, but it depends on that baby's experience, depending if they are open, depend on your journey as a baby. Okay, thank you. They're sort of saying, through the baby stages, depend on how you have been nurtured or not nurtured, depend on the individuals, and your soul nourished depends on how empathic you're going to be. Okay, thank you. They sort of said the journey as if you've come from a family background where you feel that you have to be like this all the time, your empathy will be all really inside, but thank you. They're saying it'll be really bruised. It'll be very sensitive, but very, very bruised. So you may be aware of everybody else's feelings, but not being able to deal with. Thank you. They're just sort of saying to me, being an empath is about also training that empathic side of you. It's about knowing when it's safe or it's okay to connect with others. Being empathic, you can pick up on loads of people's emotions. I know in the early days, that if someone wasn't feeling very well, I would automatically feel that, and that's the intuitive side, but I needed the empathic side of me to connect. So they're all interwoven, interlink. So you asked this question, and for you individually, it's about you looking at being empathic so that you do connect to others, that you do have a gift to give to the world, but it's also your job and your duty to protect that as well. So if you're so empathic, sometimes you can get burnt out in a way as well, because you're absorbing everybody's energy. So you could be absorbing the world. So, I'm sitting in front of this map here, and as a psychic medium, if I wanted to, I'd tune into different parts of the world and I'm going to feel it, what's going on. So you as an individual who's just asked this question, I would say it's great to be empathic. Okay, it's good so that you connect to others, but also then that stimulates, that ignites sort of your intuition, and that can leave you quite open and vulnerable. So also be aware of what's your own energy, like the soul well-being, connect to you first, so you know how you're feeling, and that you don't get overwhelmed with somebody else's feeling, because that is the risk, that being empathic, that you can also, that is the bridge, yes, to connect to somebody else so that you can know how they're feeling, but you don't want to be absorbing all their feelings, because if you walk away, and then it's like as if you put on, if we think of an energetic jumper of theirs, it's like you've taken their stuff with you. You don't want to do that. So be aware of, yes, being empathic, it's a great bridge to link to everybody else. You can see and feel how they're feeling, but it's also about being aware of that you need to make sure that when you walk away from somebody, that you're not feeling their energy as well. I've done this exercise in workshops where, I've spoken to people about, when you get on the tube or public transport and you sit down in a seat, and I always like as if pretending like I'm brushing away dust, but it's not. I'm brushing away the energy of the person that's sat in the chair before me, because I don't know about you, but sometimes if I'm in a happy, jolly mood, and then I go to sit down and I sit in something, there's like, whoa, how am I feeling so crappy all of a sudden? That's an energy that somebody else has left there on that actual seat. So it's always to be aware of that as well, that you leave energy behind, like an energy residue of yourself, okay? So, and that's why it's important to know how you're feeling, to keep checking in with yourself, so that if you're feeling a bit crappy, is it your energy or is it that somebody else's you picked up on? Now, in the early days when I was doing my psychic work and I was learning this as a student, I'd actually walk past somebody in the street and then suddenly go, whoa, I can feel their energy, and I could feel this it's almost like an energy cloud that I could feel within me. I felt really crappy. So it's about being very aware about your own energy stream and how you're feeling. And if it's not your stuff, you want to sort of, you know, with me, I just imagine, okay, I'm going to push it down through my feet and send it out, and the planet can deal with that. You don't need to be dealing with that.